and welcome. This is going to be my first video on this channel, and through this channel I hope to share my experiences with essential oils with all of you. I have been working with essential oils for over 10 years. I absolutely love them. I actually put them off while I was in college and then job hunting because that part of my life just took over, but now I'm starting to get back into them, and I thought I would go ahead and share my experiences with all of you and then hopefully learn a few things from some of you out there as well. So I thought this would be fun. I'm starting to get back into essential oils, so all of my old stuff that I had I gave away, and it was just a hard thing to keep up with because they do become expensive. Before I get started, I would like to add that I'm not an essential oils salesperson. I do not sell Young Living or whichever other ones are out there. I just have been working with some for a very long time, and I absolutely love my results that I get, and it has enhanced my lifestyle in a wonderful way, and I hope that it does the same for you. Now I wanted to make this video mainly about kind of like a starter kit if you want to get into essential oils and aromatherapy, because these are the things that I would have hoped somebody would have recommended to me when I first started getting into them. Because when I first started getting into them, I just was buying too much of some things, and it got really expensive really quickly, and it was like a lot of trial and error, and I made a lot of mistakes, and I hope you guys can avoid that with this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first thing you would need is a way to kind of disperse the scents around you in your environment. I do not use an electronic diffuser because I'm an old school person. I like my old school oil burners where you put the tea light candle. I feel like they provide great ambience. They're smaller, less bulkier, less expensive, and that is why I stick to them. You can buy a diffuser if you like, but my reasoning behind not getting a diffuser from the beginning is because anytime you try a new hobby or you try something new, you always run a risk of not actually liking it, right? Or not actually keeping up with it. So what is the point of buying a diffuser, which is more expensive, having it take up space in your room, and then maybe you might not like aromatherapy, maybe you might not want to keep buying essential oils and playing around with them. So I say try something small and inexpensive, and then if you like it, go ahead and buy a diffuser. I don't have it. I don't want it. I feel like my way works. It has worked for a very long time, and I just like it. So I actually had a very beautiful soapstone oil burner. It cracked, sad story. And then I just started using a tart melter that I had laying around in the house, and it works out really, really well. It's kind of average. I have found a wonderful oil burner online that I want to actually get, and it's on my wish list, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the description below so you can see it. It's beautiful, but of course get something that matches your decor. Here are a few things I would recommend. Make sure it has a really like a good size, a large bowl on top of it, or a well or dish, whatever you want to call it. Make sure it's large. If it's a lot of people prefer that it's like in two pieces, and you would want this to be like detachable so you can wash it. I really have no problem with all of it being in one. I feel like it's less hassle, and you don't break it quickly. So I don't mind. Just make sure it's large, because if it's too small, you're gonna have to refill the water over and over again. It's gonna evaporate really fast, and then you run the risk of having the oils kind of leave thicker residue on the bottom, and that becomes a hassle over time. So that's that. Another thing you want to make sure is that you want to make sure that the little bowl or dish or whatever is not so close to where you're going to put your candle. You want to have significant amount of distance, because otherwise you're going to run the same risk of having the water evaporate super quickly, and also your oils might burn a bit, and they just won't smell the same. So make sure you have quite a bit of distance between the candle flame and the little dish on top. I think that was the reason why my soapstone oil burner cracked, because it was quite small, so there wasn't much room, and then I think it just like over time it was too much, the heat for it, and then it cracked or something. I don't know, but that's just my thinking. Love it, beautiful, and this is the best way to go. I feel like it doesn't take up that much space, it's not that expensive, and you can keep it on your bedside. I keep all of these things on my end table. So obviously the oil burner is on top, and then in the little drawer I have below, I keep the rest of the stuff. So it's right next to me all the time. I always have a bottle of water on my nightstand as well, so I can go ahead and start up like a blend if I want to right away. Sometimes you will experience like down moments, or like just when you wake up you feel very lethargic and you're just not in the right mind. Those times are the best times to start up a blend, and that's why I keep it next to me. So I'll just like pour in some water, light a tea light, and then put some essential oils, and then within minutes, like, my mood is up there and my room smells great and it's fantastic. So that's that first thing you'll need. The second thing you will need is just a nice, I guess, container or something to store your essential oils. Now in the past I have tried storing them in just an empty shoebox or just any empty boxes that I had. I've tried putting them in one of those wooden cases that's made for essential oils. I do not like those. The shoe boxes, because they just like the bottles just like move around a lot, and it's just, I don't know, I did not like it at all. The wooden box, it was clunky, and I felt like my bottles weren't always safe. I wanted to pick up all my stuff and just kind of like go over to some other place, or like, let's say if I just wanted to take all of my essential oils and go over to my sister's place to kind of show her some of the things, then it was a hassle taking the wooden box. So I have found the perfect way to store them. It is amazing. I will put a link of this down below as well, because I cannot believe I found this. I love it. And it's an actual zipper case. It is fabric, but it's very, very, very well made. It's super thick and amazing. It's quilted. It does have a handle on top, not that you need it, but it does. This one particularly holds 30 essential oil bottles. I think it's perfect when you're starting it, because you're not gonna have hundreds of bottles. I would not even recommend that. The things you can do with just 8 or 10 essential oils are unbelievable. So it's not, you don't want to have a whole bunch, you want to have good quality, but just a few of them. And this I thought was perfect. When you open it, it does have this little pocket if you want to keep like any roller balls or anything that you're working on in there. And then as you can see, I have some bottles in here already, but it holds 30 bottles. I don't know if I said that or not. And the separators are fabric, but they're padded fabric, and you can move them around. So your bottles are just like, they fit in there so nicely, and they're just like hugged by this, like, is that a thing? By this fabric, and it holds all different types, all different sizes. It is amazing. I absolutely love it. That's essential oil holder I found to date. I do not want one of those wooden ones. Too clunky, too much, cannot deal. But anyways, so that's that. The next thing you would need are just a few basic essential oils. Few basic, okay? You do not want to go crazy buying a ton, because you want to make sure you like them. You want to make sure you like the experience, especially if you're starting off. And how to say this? And having too many, I think you run the risk of not liking them, because different oils react differently with people. There are some oils that some people love out there, and I can't stand. There's some oils that I completely adore, which other people might not like, right? So it all depends on your own personality and your own lifestyle. Like, some things will just resonate with you, some things will just automatically make you feel better, and some things will just automatically make you feel like crap. And you want to avoid that, and that's why you start off small and you experiment and you keep on adding little by little by little, right, and build it. One of the easiest brands that is actually very, very good and decently priced is Aromatherapy, and I hope I'm saying that right. But I've been using this for years, okay? And it is available everywhere. You can buy it online. I think Amazon has it. You can buy it at Target. You can buy it at any grocery stores. I think they have it at Whole Foods, Wegmans, where else? I don't know. but a lot of different places. It's very popular, but actually good product, okay? And this is like a starter kit, or they call it the discovery kit, and you get eucalyptus, peppermint, tea tree, and lavender. They're all amazing oils, of course. And I think this is for around $20, which is good for 4 quality essential oils. And then of course, all of these bottles come with a reducer, which is awesome. You want that because you can just drop it, drop by drop, instead of wasting the product. And then I think it also comes with like a little booklet. Let me see. I'm like opening it right now. But yeah, it also comes with like a booklet about like, a few different recipes and what each oil does and stuff. It's kind of nice, I guess. But again, very good brand to begin with. Now, two of my favorite brands, one of them being this one over here, and the next one is a little more expensive, but the quality is amazing, and it's by Mountain Rose Herbs. Amazing. Now, the reason why I recommend starting with this one is because it's easily available, and it's easier to collect a bottle by bottle of this if you have like Amazon Prime, or if you just go, every time you go out for like groceries, you buy one different scent each time. Is doable. With Mountain Rose Herbs, they're only available on their website, and you have to place a bulk order because you do pay shipping, so it can get expensive if you don't place a bulk order. And they are a little bit pricier, but the quality is top notch. So I have some of their stuff and then some of Aromatherapy. There's one other brand which is very easily available, but I personally wouldn't recommend it. But if these are out of your budget, then you do what you gotta do, okay? And that's by Now. It's Now Essential Oils. You get like ginormous bottles of these, and the price is pretty much the same as like this little guy, but I don't think it's that concentrated. Like with my my Mountain Rose Herbs, I would need to put like 3 drops of this to fill up my whole room. I would need like 8 or 10 of this, and to barely get like half of that much aroma out of it. But so that's just that. I had purchased this a while back because I couldn't find another one, and I just don't like the quality of it. So I wouldn't really recommend it, but go with what you can. That's why I said the Discovery Kit is pretty, good price. I think $20 for 4 good quality essential oils to get started with, and then you can go ahead and add one at a time after that, depending on how your personality is and how you like this experience. So that is that. Then of course you're gonna go ahead and need a bunch of tea light candles. Buy them in bulk like I do, and I keep them just right under my nightstand, and it works out really, really well. And I have 2 books that I would like to recommend to all of you just to get started, because you will love them, and then we can take it from there. The first one, when you go to buy this book, the cover will look different because they have just updated it, but I've had this book for a long time, so just older version, I guess. It's the Complete Book of Essential Oils and Aromatherapy by Valerie Ann Warwood. It's amazing. I'm sure if you were considering working with essential oils, you have probably seen this book around. It is ginormous. It has lots and lots of information. You will never be bored because there's so much to learn from here. And the book is very informative. It gives so many different recipes, so many different uses for different types of essential oils. And it's a good place to get started, No matter how you want to use them, you can find the way to do it in this book. And she tells you some of them that are just like a basic that you could use on a daily basis, and that have lots of use all around. Some of them are a little rare, or harder to find, more expensive, and all that stuff is kind of like split up in this book, which is amazing. I love it, and I would highly, highly, highly recommend it. That's why I said that the things you can do with 8 to 10 essential oils is amazing. Like, the possibilities are endless, so you don't need hundreds of oils. I'm the type of person where if I'm gonna buy something, I want to use it up. I want to get the full benefits. I feel like it gives me, I want to get the value out of it that I paid for, if that makes any sense. Sorry guys, I am an economics major, so I can't help it. And that's why I use them sparingly. I use them a lot. They enhance my life in ways that I cannot describe. And you know, I rather buy few good quality oils that pack a lot of punch and that give great results than buy like a bunch that are like okay, right? So that's that. I do not know anything about, you know, all the really high priced essential oils that a lot of people sell, because I've never used them. I don't think I would buy them. They're ridiculously expensive, and I love my Mountain Rose Herbs and Arcacia, so I'll stick with them. There's another brand also which is actually really good as well, and they're fairly decent price. And you can buy like different sizes from them, and it's the Eden Botanicals. They're pretty good as well, and the only thing about them is they don't come with reducers, so you kind of have to like use a dropper, because you know, I think they're like a bulk seller. But oh my god, oh yeah, this is the Balsam of Peru. Oh, but this is more for like kind of like perfume oil blends. So if you want like heavier scents like this, Eden Botanicals, amazing. Wonderful stuff. Okay, so that's that. And the second book I have for you, this video is starting to be really long, sorry about that, is this one called Ayurveda and Aromatherapy, the Earth Essential Guide to Ancient Wisdom and Modern Healing by Dr. Light and Brian Miller. Amazing. This is kind of like a hybrid of the two subjects, kind of like, I don't know if you're familiar with like Ayurveda. So this is kind of taking Ayurveda and telling you how you can apply essential oils and aromatherapy to that practice. Ayurveda is like an ancient healing, you know, I guess art of India, and I personally know things about Ayurveda. I kind of use, you know, some of the techniques in my life. But if you're not familiar with it, then maybe just go with the first book that I recommended. But if you are familiar with it, or if you want to learn about Ayurveda, then this book is amazing. So just to kind of wrap it up, Ayurveda is kind of like, like I said, you know, a way of balancing your body and healing it. And it gives you like 3 different body types. So you're a Vata, Pitta, or Kapha, 3 different body types. And this basically tells you how to work with each body type with essential oils, which essential oils are good for which body type, which essential oils are cooling, heating, so you can use them to kind of balance your body type and enhance your mood and hormones and stuff like that. It is very, very, very well written, super informative. It has like pictures and just like wonderful facts about each different types of essential oil, where it comes from. Amazing. Love it. So good. So good. So that's that. And then the last thing I would recommend is kind of like any book or journal or something like that, where you kind of jot down all your blends and then any kind of recipes that you create, anything like that. So I just write down all the blends that I create, and then write down how they made me feel, and you know what I gained from them. So this way, over time, it helps me tweak my recipes and my blends, and which I hope to share with you guys, of course, through this channel. And tells me like what I've learned from each one. Like, you know, some of the blends are really good for like my studying purposes. Some of them are really good for like relaxing, and it works out really well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any further questions for me or anything, do ask. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. If you have any advice for me or the viewers of this video, then go ahead and put that in the comment section. I am very excited to know, I guess. And if you have any types of videos that you would like to see on this channel, then let me know that as well, and I'll try my best to make them. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being here, and until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye for now.